Hi friends, my name is Dawn and I am so happy to be here with you today. And I brought my friend along, Splat. Before we get started, you might want to get a trusted adult or stuffed animal to talk about your math thinking. You might want to get some beans or pasta to help you make the different numbers we see today. Finally, you might want to get some paper and a pencil so you can write about your math learning at the end of our time together. I'll wait while you get what you need. Welcome back. I hope you have all that you need. We are going to have some fun with supatizing today. Supatizing is quickly seeing how many items are present, such as dots. Splat wanted to join us today and learn about a really awesome tool we are going to use called a 5-frame. This will help us organize our thinking when we see dots. We're going to show you some dots in the 5 frames very quickly. Your job is to say or show how many dots you see with each picture that flashes on our screen. Then you get to explain out loud to an adult or stuffed animal how you see the dots. Splat isn't really sure how this will all work, so we are going to help him out. Are you ready? Let's go. Watch the screen. Whoa, that was super quick. Say out loud or make with your beans or pasta how many dots you saw. Did you hear that, Splat? They saw 7. That's right. How did you see the 7 dots? Will you say that out loud so Splat can hear how your brain saw those dots? Or you can make the dots with the beans or pasta. My brain saw 4 dots on top and 3 dots on bottom, and I know that if I move 1 dot to the top, that makes 5, and that 5 plus 2 equals 7. I wonder how many dots I need to make both 5 frames full. Can you whisper to yourself or use your beans or pasta to show how many dots I'd have to add to make all of my squares full? That's right. I need 3 dots and both 5 frames would be full. That would make a 10. We know this because 3 plus 7 equals 10. You worked so hard on this. Let's do another one. Watch the screen. That was super quick again. Tell an adult or stuffed animal out loud so Splat can hear you how many dots you saw on the screen. You saw 8 dots? We did too. Now tell Splat how you saw the dots. Or you can make the picture of dots with your beans or pasta. My brain saw the 2 empty squares, and I know that 2 less than 10 is 8. So I knew there were 8 squares because 10 minus 2 equals 8. Splat whispered to me that he saw 4 dots on top and 4 dots on bottom, and he knows that 4 plus 4 equals 8 because it's one of the doubles he's learned. That's correct, Splat. What great math thinking you are doing today. I think Splat is getting the hang of this. I know you are doing lots of thinking about our 5 frames. I have another question. How many dots do we need to make both 5 frames full? This would make 10. Can you whisper to yourself how many dots you would add to make 10? 2! That's right! We need 2 dots to make 10 because 2 plus 8 equals 10. Wow, you and Splat worked so hard on making a 10 with our 5 frames. I think you're ready for another one. Watch the screen. You're doing such a great job of watching for our 5 frames. Tell an adult or stuffed animal what you saw when our dots flashed up on the screen. I bet you saw 9 just like Splat and I did. How did you see 9? Think about how the dots were organized so that you knew there were 9 dots. Tell an adult or stuffed animal what you saw so you would know there were 9 dots. You could also make the dots you saw with your beans or pasta. Splat! Look at these 5 frames. The bottom one is missing a dot, and I know that 1 less than 10 is 9, so there must be 9 dots. Splat, can you help me think of another way to see the dots? Splat says he saw 5 dots on top and 4 dots on bottom, and he knows that 5 plus 4 equals 9. Wow, that is some really great thinking. Okay, friends, you've done some really great supertizing today. It's time for our last set of dots. Are you and Splat ready? Watch the screen. Whoa! Did you see that? How many dots were there? That is good thinking. There were 10 dots. Tell a friend or stuffed animal what you saw with your brain. And Splat is going to whisper to me how many dots there were and what his brain saw. Splat and I saw 10 dots too, and we saw 2 5 frames all filled up with 5 dots on the top and 5 dots on the bottom. I know that 5 plus 5 equals 10, so there must be 10 dots. What else did you notice about our 5 frames? Can you whisper to Splat what you see that looks different? Yes! We have only 1 10 frame instead of 2 5 frames. We have 1 whole 10. It's like we traded in our 1s for 1 whole 10. Oh, that is super exciting. Friends, it is almost time for Splat and me to go today. I'm so glad we got to do some supertizing together, and we got to teach Splat how 5 frames work and how to explain our thinking. You really thought hard to figure out how many dots there were in the 5 and 10 frame. You were also good at figuring out how many dots we needed to make 10. But before we go, Splat and I would love to hear you say what you learned today. I have these sentence starters, and I'm hoping you can finish these sentences with me. They say, today in math I learned, and I can. So I might say, today in math I learned how to supertize with numbers in 5 frames. I can add parts of numbers together to make a whole. Now it's your turn. Read this with me and finish it by telling an adult or stuffed animal. Today in math I learned. Now let's read our next sentence and you can finish it. I can. You are doing a great job talking about your math learning. Next, you could also write this on paper or in your notebook and start a math journal. Splat and I must go now, but remember, supertizing helped us see that our numbers are composed or made up of other numbers. Recognizing and combining groups can help us name a total and different ways to make that total. We are so proud of how hard you worked today. Splat and I will see you soon.